Well, I'm here to explain one of the U tubs using manipulatives, and this tub is called Part Part Whole. And for this tub, you need the Part Part Whole cards that I've created, as well as a little baggie of manipulatives, an eraser, a marker, and your addition sheet. And you can find all of those in my build program. So in this activity, kids are trying to find the missing part of the whole. So I explain this like how we do with number of the day. This is just like a number bond. In a number bond, this is our whole number, and we have two small parts that make up our whole. And so I explain to kids that we always look at the whole first. So I would ask them, all right, so when I look at this part whole card, what is your whole to this bond? And the student is supposed to recognize that the whole is up here, and so your whole would be 6. And so for the first step is to grab 6 little cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I always tell the kids to double check by pull and counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if the card is supposed to have 6 in all, I have to find what's missing on this side of the card. And so I have to look here first at my first part. Now, I encourage the kids to touch and count how many is in the first part. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 in the first part. So we take our little cubes for beginners and we put our cubes on top of those dots that are already there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I ask them, okay, so I've put 5 of my whole in one of the parts, and how many cubes are left over? And the child will say 1. And I say, okay, so there's one part that's left over, so would it go on this side or would it go on this side? And the children always recognize that it goes here because we've already finished the part over here. So I say, okay, so this goes to the second part. So we would write a 1 here. So we have 5 and 1, and when we put 5 and 1 together, it makes 6. And sometimes kids don't understand that when you say 5 and 1 make 6. So I show them by counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when I put 5 and 1 together, it makes 6, and 6 is our whole. And what I do is for kids who have a hard time with finding part whole, I only let them work on these cards. I do have several students who are ready to then transfer it here, but for a lot of students, it's hard to go from here to here with the transfer. And so unless they're ready for it, I don't even show them. So right now I have about 6 out of my 12 kids that are able to transfer. And so when I show them how to transfer, we take our parts, and the 2 apples are our parts. So we've got part 1, which is the 5, and part 2, which is the other one. And then we write our addition sentence as 5 parts plus 1 part equals, and what's our whole? 6. So 5 plus 1 equals 6.